Hello, this is Kathy with Kincaid Special Creations. I hope you enjoy the show.
Another craft video. This one's going to be all different crafts involving some type of flower. I'm not sure exactly what all I'm going to get done during this video, but I wanted to bring you all along. My first project is going to be to take this piece of wood. I've already painted it and sanded it once. I'm getting ready to put another smooth coat of paint on the top of it. And then I'm going to take this. It says, do not worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. So I'm going to put that on that sign, and then that way it'll be ready to do whatever you want to with it. You can set it up, you can hang it up, you can whatever. So I'm going to try to get you down here where you can see it. There we go. That'll be perfect. All right, let's get started. Today I'm going to...
Here I'm going to finish up the last of my white paint by Waverly.
To find white, I did find Snow White. So some of my projects next time might have to have some Snow White on them. All right, let's find a brush here. One that's decent enough. Man, all these brushes sit out here over the winter time. They need to be some conditioning going on those bad boys. Okay, let me get my well-used mat here so I don't paint my tabletop. I will change out this fall tabletop. I'm just a little bit busy right now. So I'm just going to put a little top coat on this because it's already white. I just want to make sure that it's really pretty white. That is, I really wanted that paint down, but still doing a good job covering it. Paintbrush falling apart. Okay. Now I want to go across the top here, down the side, just basically touching up that white paint's all. When this dries, I'll go on the back and touch up the white paint on the back. But alright, that's the first part of that one. Now the hard part comes. You have to wait and let it dry. So we're gonna set it right there and let it dry. Shouldn't take very long for it to dry. Alright, now just to keep going with this one, I've got two little ones that I'm going to put some little flowers on. This was a lantern one of my people put together and it fell apart. So I'm going to put the flowers on just to update it. I don't care if it's not a perfect coat because I'm thinking about distressing these. So I'll have to turn these over and paint the back of them when it's done too. So there is that much. I'm going to try to keep this all together in one big video. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to watch the whole thing in order to see what these come out like. I'll set these off to the side. Give me another paint thing. And for this one, I'm going to paint the frame on two picture frames. I'll take the center out so when I'm painting, I don't paint nothing but the frame and the glass out. Set them off to the side. And lay these back down flat so I can paint. I'll go ahead and get this one prepared too. My Aunt Patsy gave me these frames last year and I've used them all up, but these two and one more. So thanks, Aunt Patsy. You're always coming through for me. Okay. Put these back down because I don't want them sticking up when I'm trying to paint. Okay. Now these are going to get to have this flower in it. So my thinking is to paint the frame, I'm thinking in a green color. At least that's what I'm going to try.
Hey guys, we're just going to paint this side of this picture frame in the color Fern by Waverly. It's had to find me something to put my paintbrushes in. It's a really good color green, and it's going to match the green in that flower, I think. There we go.
Comment down below if you would have picked up a different color besides this green. This is how you can get some nicer decor in your house without having to spend a ton of money for it. Or we'll post these on our website, and if you'd prefer, you can buy them from us.
Hey guys, now I'm on to the second one, painting the same color, Fern by Waverly. I'm going to set it off and let it dry and move on to the big white board. For some reason I did not video putting down the sticker from Dollar Tree store, but that is where I got that down in North Carolina when I was down there on vacation. A beautiful big hydrangea flower. And I've also put the letters from Dollar Tree store saying spring is here. It's a wonderful way of just adding, piece of scrap wood you have. Beautiful decor to your house. All you've got to do is then put a little hanger on the back of it. You can hang it on the wall. You can set it on for a shelf setter if you would like. And the stickers, after I get done with putting the stickers on, I do go over the entire thing with a coat of Mod Podge so that the sticker letters will stay down real good. And I even put a little exclamation point on the end of it just to make it look good. Next, I'm going to take those two little white blocks that I painted, and I got these different stickers also from the Dollar Tree store. So I'm going to try to figure out which ones will fit on those little blocks the best. And like I said, it just takes a small piece of scrap wood with a little bit of white paint and a sticker from Dollar Tree, Walmart, Dollar General, wherever that you get them, and just put them on there. You can put words on over top of it like I did before, or you can just do the regular ones. Now we're going to work on the two picture frames. I'm going to take the white paper that you see laying there and a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to match them up because the paper isn't really thick enough by itself to put the sticker on. So I'm cutting down my white cardstock That's 110-pound cardstock that I got at Joann's, sorry. Got at Joann's. And I'm going to take the sticker off of the thing. These are beautiful stickers. I haven't seen them in our area, but when I was in North Carolina, I did pick these up. So they are beautiful. Then all you have to do is take it, glass and all, and stick it back in your picture frame. Put those little things down, and there's your beautiful picture. And then I'm going to work on the second one. It's just on the same exact procedure. Take your piece of white cardstock, cut it down to size, and put your other sticker on it. These were two different sticker pages, but the flowers matched so perfectly that I wanted to put them in a set of picture frames so that you could set them up. Or you can hang them on the wall. These are really nice picture frames. And because this one was smaller, I did take some little pieces of flowers and put them on all four corners so that it would fill in so you wouldn't have so much white, empty white card space on there. And at the end of this video, I will take pictures of all these so that you can see them. And I hope you enjoy. The next thing in line is going to be a little stool that I got at my niece's yard sale. It's painted a different color than what I want. Now I'm currently hunting for my piece of sandpaper, and I'm going to sand this little bench down to make it be able to accept some paint for me. I'm going to put another one of those stickers on the top of it in a big white design. So I'm trying to figure out what color would be a really good color for the background on this. So I'm thinking. So then I go and I get the color celery. And I'm thinking, oh, that'll be a cute color. That'll match in. Well, once I got it painted, the color of celery, it wasn't really as dark of a color as what I wanted. So you'll see in a second that while it's still wet, I go back and get the color moss. Because after I put that on there, I just really wasn't thrilled with the light color and then the flower being so white. I wasn't sure that that was going to do what I wanted to do. So I get all the areas painted and then I look at it and I'm thinking, no, that's not really what I want either. So I'm coming back, thinking, and then I decide, yep, I'm going to get the color moss out. And while it's still wet, I'm going to put that moss on top of it. Just splattering it around everywhere, not really covering the entire celery paint completely. I'm just making little splotches all over it. And that turned out really, really pretty. And it matched where that white flower set on that really very, very nicely. So that's I'm going all the way around the edges of it now. So that it'll, and then when it dries, of course, the moss dries a little darker. Hey guys, now we're going back to the original pictures that we put on the white blocks, and we're going to put a good coat of Mod Podge on them, and that will let them stay down just in case any of the edges might become loose at some point in time. Always put you a good coat of Mod Podge on, and once you get the coat on, just work from the bottom to the top to get the ridges out of it. That way you're less likely to have little bumps and stuff in your Mod Podge as you're going on. So then we're going to go through and just put Mod Podge on all these pictures. Now I'm going to another project. I'm going to work on making a wreath. You've seen me do this before, taking the ribbon and going around the outside edges. And then I'm going to fill it full of those blue flowers. That wreath is a gold wreath form from the Dollar Tree store. The blue flowers are another gift from my Aunt Patsy. And the ribbon was bought at Dollar General at one of their clearance sales. I picked that. I think it's a fall. That one I had used before, so there wasn't much in that particular one. You just fold it over because it's wired ribbon. It will stick in place, and you just wrap it around at an angle because you're going around that circle, but go ahead and get started with the angle. That way you can wrap it all the way around and cover that wreath form up. On this particular ribbon, it is autumn leaves. So I thought that would work really good as a background, as these flowers did not come with leaves of their own. So I'm just using that ribbon. So I've got to the end of that one particular piece of ribbon. So I'm going to put me a little bit of hot glue and then hold that down so that it will adhere. Hot glue until it cools down does not give you a permanent hold. It can still pop up if you're not really careful. So I'm going to take this new roll and I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue to hold it in place. That little thing that I'm using is a makeup applier that you can get at the Dollar Tree store or Walmart or anywhere, on Amazon. And where they're made out of silicone, they are really good thing to keep you from burning your fingers. And hot glue, as everyone knows that's ever watched any of my videos and me, are not the most favorite of friends. It will burn me in just about every video or every craft actually that I do. Sometimes I get get burnt and I'm not on video, so it's just the way it is. To make that easier for me to work with, I took the whole thing off of the roll so you can just feed it through without fighting that roll. And keep those rolls because they make excellent craft projects. Or you could store like your jute rope or something that you just have a little bit left. You could wrap it around there to keep it from getting into a big old knotty mess as you're going through. Okay, I'm just going to keep rolling around with that, and I'll be back when we're putting the flowers on. Now we're going to start placing the flowers. They are all bent up where they were in a bag, so I'm taking them and putting them out. There's a little piece of a end of it that's going to make it stick up so far. So now what I'm going to do is cut that off and then put those flowers in place. And I realized real quickly that hot glue is not going to cut it. It just ain't going to stay in place the way I want it to. It pops right back off again. So I'm sitting there trying to think, maybe if I put a little bit more hot glue on it. No, that still did not work. So now I'm going to be thinking of what else can I use. So I do have the Surebond or glue thing, and if you keep it plugged in, you keep your glue going instead of it cooling down when you take it off the little holder that's got. But I realized that the hot glue wasn't going to do it. So I'm now looking around my craft room to find me something that will. And what I'm going to end up with is some beading wire that you would normally put jewelry together. So I'm trying to try that. So I'll stick that, try to stick it through the thing. So then I decide that's not going to work. So I'm going to just put it through the center of the flower and turn it over and twist that wire. And the good thing is because the beading wire is gold and so is the frame, and the ribbon is such a light color that when I get done, you can't see the wire on the back of it. So now I'm going to just keep on going, putting all these on the same way. Enjoy! That was one of the most simplest wreaths I've ever put together. And it turned out very, very pretty, I think. All you had to do was have the flowers and some wire and the wreath form. And now we're going to go back to working on the little bench. I have it painted with the moss green and the celery green. And now I'm going to paint the bottom because I thought I was going to like that brown color, but I really ended up not liking the brown color. So I'm going to paint the bottom with my new Snow White paint. So that's what you're going to see me do now. So I'll let you watch me paint. Now on to the small board that I found and painted white. And finally, my don't worry about anything, instead pray about everything sign that I started this video out with. I finally found the perfect little thing to put this on. So I'm just cutting it out so that I can get the correct thing, the place that I wanted. And I started to cut it out and I realized that it is just a little sticker, so it will peel up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to peel it off the backing as soon as I can get a hold of it. Some of them are just the hardest things to get started. And now I'm going to put it on before I put the words because I want to put it in just the right spot. And that would not have worked as good on that big one that I put the hydrangea on. But it absolutely turned out very pretty on this one. Now you can hang it on your wall or set it on a shelf or whatever you want to do. And it is the best words that you will ever know. Don't worry about anything because God has it all. Pray about everything. Okay guys, this is take 2 on this audio part of this. These are little watering cans that I took out of my she shed. I'm currently trying to figure out a little design to put on them because I didn't want to cut them. I mean paint them. I like the galvanized color. I just wanted to embellish them a little bit with some of these stickers. So I'm going through all the stickers to see if I can find one that's the size. And of course there's a little diamond in there that's throwing off my decision as to what size I can use. So I go and get me a little piece of that white cardstock, and I'm going to cut me down a little template that I can use in that diamond shape that will let me know what type of flower design would be the right one to put on there. This is good if you have a difficult little area that you're trying to figure out. So now I'm just going to cut out my template. I'm going to fold the diamond shape for the top down so that I can get the exact size and cut that out. Then I'm going to use this on various flowers to see which ones I can work with. And as you can see, it's kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. That flower's too big, and that flower's not exactly perfect. It has a little bit sticking off the end, and I considered using that anyway. And then the other ones on the other designs are they're just all too big. So I thought, well, maybe I can cut a design out of one of those. Those are so pretty, I might want to use them on another design. So I went back to my little stash of stuff and I went to look. And these are beautiful flowers. I didn't use these except these succulents in this design, but I might use them in the future. So I decided that those would work. So I'm going to bring my big one and I'm going to get those big succulents out and put them on in right in the middle of that diamond. And once you put them down, that sticky stuff is sticky. It ain't coming back up. Make sure it's where you want it to go. So that one turned out really pretty. So I decided I would use the small ones on the little small one. And it had the same design. It has a little same diamond shape on either side. So that just put enough little embellishments on those watering cans that when I find the flowers I want to put in there, I can then go ahead and fix those up. So surprise to me, I have a little bunch of flowers that I think are going to work perfectly. And they have the blue design in them that goes with the rest of the stuff that I have been working on. So I'm sitting here working on taking these apart so that I can, I'm just going to bend over the ends, I believe, to stick them down in the different flower pots. So I'll let you watch me work. Okay, guys, for our final project today, we have this white tin can or aluminum, whatever, that I'm going to clean up. I found it too in my storage. It's got a little bit of rust on it here, there, and yonder, dirt, so I'm cleaning it up. And I'm going to paint it with the last of my Waverly White chalk paint. The very, very last of that bottle, or so I thought. I was trying to end up. That thing has lasted. My granddaughter got that for me for Christmas one year, a year before last, and it has really done me some good. So I'm just going to put a freshened up white coat of paint on this can so that it will be freshened up. And then I'm going to let it dry, and then I will take the paint and go over those little flowers that you see with the indentations in it, so that it will make that can pop a little bit more too. So I'm going to let you watch me paint a little bit, and then we'll go on to adding the flowers on. Okay guys, this is the next day, and as you can see, I brought this out to the big house to paint. I'm in my kitchen, my new cleaned up kitchen, yay! If you have not watched the video in my 23 and 23 in my kitchen part 1 and 2, you will see a miraculous difference. So if you want to watch that, go ahead. So I mixed Pink Diva and Magenta together in order to make the pink paint that I was hoping would match the flowers. On camera they look purple, but they're actually pink. And I'm trying to paint this in paint. That did not work, so I went and got me my markers. So I'm outlining all these flowers in with that marker, which worked out a whole lot better. But then when I tried to color them in, it just ended up with the paint not coloring it. So, and when it did, it took away from all my design of putting that on. So I went back to coloring with the paint here in a minute. You'll see that. I think I finished this flower with the marker, but it just doesn't do the color design that I like. So now I'm back to the paints, and I'm just going through all those little holes that I've marked out, and that made a big difference. If you have to do intricate painting like that, it basically makes it look like a coloring book page. So I went through and I colored all of the pictures in with paint. So I'll let you finish watching me do that. With the two color paints that I showed you, and then I painted the centers with the yellow marker, and I outlined it with a black marker. Alright, I'll show you the final project at the final reveal. Okay guys, This is the final reveal of all the flower projects that I come up with. This is our hydrangea and our pray sign as we enjoyed making it. Our little tea kit or flower waterers, our flower tin, our I'm not sure what type flower this is, but it's a little on a little stool. These are two that you'll see in the Facebook Live. These are my pictures. This is the first one and the second one, and then a combination picture of both of them as they would set up on your shelf. This one I didn't video making, but it's just a little flower pot with a little flower on it. And give me a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and I do appreciate every one of you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.